DK's turn to pick.
I just got here too.
No, you're joining us as well. It's the grand finals, man. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the summit. We finally arrived at the grand finals. We began with 6 teams as Ben gets settled. Wait, what a second. Oh, no, sorry. Fly was guessing. That's right. Okay, Ben, you're free to go.
5 seconds.
Sweet.
Fly will be joining us. We're running around last minute here, guys, but the grand finals are underway. Game 1 has begun. It's a best of 5. Winner walks away with pretty hefty chunk of change and a lot of confidence heading towards the International 4. Of course, I'm LD, joined by Demon, as well as Fly. Guys, thanks for agreeing to cast.
No problem. What's up?
You excited? It's going to be DK versus EG, best of 5, no winner's bracket advantage.
It's more like Arteezy versus DK for the 3rd time in a row. And I mean, first time was at MLG, second being at Star Ladder, and this one's 3rd time's a charm.
So winner of this gets all the bragging rights.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's see. Game's underway. We're going to hop into the draft now and let the fun begin.
Doom. Team of Doom wins.
Yes. We've seen a lot of Doom, and a lot of Doom wins.
I actually don't really know what... I mean, EG must have a plan. They always have a plan with something like... But Furion is not necessarily considered a great hero against Doom because you kind of lose the 1v1, and he can pretty much kill you at any point of the game.
Interesting bans coming out from DK too. Tree and Enigma. I mean, EG's been first picking those throughout the whole tournament. And
yeah, the one hero that's been ignored so far is the Mirana, which we've seen a lot of teams generally prioritizing. But they go for a Venomancer in the first 2 picks. What do you guys make of that? Veno's not really been a hero that's seen very often.
I think they have a plan with this because otherwise I don't see why you would pick a Furion and a Veno against the Doom so early. I mean, I think they want to do some sort of early push strat because one of the problems with Doom is that he doesn't, like on the laning stage, he doesn't really offer too much usually. Like if you send him offlane, Doom offlane, what happens a lot of the games, you can pretty much punish him like no tomorrow because it's pretty hard for him to do anything against 3 heroes. Especially without a deny. Like our games, especially, we pretty much punish the Doom early on, but then if you don't capitalize on it, he gets a Midas and gets back in the game like super fast. So
yeah, that's where he really excels during, for the most part, mid and the late game, because Doom scales well throughout.
He doesn't like counter push well. He doesn't have a great way to draw the creep aggro back. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
So we'll see a Tinker ban. Tinker also a pretty. That's probably been the most explosive hero this tournament, meaning like he wasn't seeing that much play before the event, especially in the West, and some teams were starting to run him a bit more, but he's really risen to prominence and surprisingly was ignored through the first phase here. E.g. the main team that would be looking to run him, and DK, I don't think I've seen them ever run Tinker, actually.
No, I don't think so. I think I said, actually, that Mushi doesn't play the hero.
MMY used to play Tinker way back in the day in Dota 1, but it's been ages since we've seen him in a core role.
It makes sense. That. Yeah, DK doesn't really have a Tinker player. Maybe Ice would play it. I mean, if they would ever pick it up.
Ice likes it, but then he plays offlane, so it's a little harder, I guess, to put it in.
Mushi would transition to the offlane role then.
Oh, yeah, they've done that before, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty flexible there. They can swap those two almost at will.
I think for the most part, it's always like Invoker, then Mushi would play like the offlane Tide or like safe lane Mirana or something. I don't know.
That's a good point. But maybe they haven't practiced it, so they don't feel comfortable. Who knows?
Yeah, may just not suit their style. DK seems to enjoy clashing a lot, like in the around, I don't know, the 10 to 20 minute mark, and Tinker oftentimes is still just getting his farm on at that point.
Does DK have an advantage or no? Is it sort of 0-0?
No. It's a straight 0-0.
Okay.
So.
I think if EG doesn't ban Panda, they're gonna be in trouble because DK is gonna get Panda. We've talked about this before. You get Doom Panda, there's almost no way you can lose the team fights unless you lane it in a weird way. Like Navi actually laned the Doom Forest, which made their whole laning pretty weak. But if they get Panda, I think DK is gonna have a pretty big advantage in the draft so far.
What do you think of EG picking up Panda, even though it's against the Doom?
I've actually never seen him play Panda. So I don't know.
Universe or Mason hero.
Really?
Mason's played it before, a while back. Mason's played
If it
it.
was Universe, then it's going
To
off
ban
lane.
Kunkka. They get
Uh-oh.
oh, that's
DK's
some
turn
incoming-
to pick.
that
Push.
has to be a farming Jakiro, I think.
You think so?
No, not necessarily.
Or it could be
can
the
still
farming
support.
Veno as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of Mason Veno safe lanes.
So some heavy push from EG could be on the way here.
Yeah, Panda is a perfect hero for DK, and it's really hard to fight against. It
One-
really is.
One hero that was pretty effective a week or two ago that we haven't seen that much of lately is Pugna. I don't know if you want to commit that much to pushing, and against Doom it's kind of a risky pick.
It is pretty all in though if you go Pugna.
Yeah. There's also Dragonite, which is kind of like a safer option, assuming that this Jakiro and Veno, if they are both the supports.
No, DK can still go mid. Veno can still be the safe lane farmer, and they can go one more support.
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
We'll see though. This is interesting though to see Jakiro. I think he's a bit underused probably, but yeah, I think I would expect DK to get Panda right now. There you go.
There you go.
Let's Doom Panda.
Radiant
I'm
team
liking
pick.
DK's draft more so far.
I'm sure EG has a strat lined up for it. Let's see what they pick.
The other thing is that EG banned Rubik, who would have been a pretty nice support against the Brewmaster.
But the duo that they have, Veno, Jakiro, and Rubik.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
th-
maybe not at this point.
They have three heroes which are kind of squishy. I mean, sure, Jakiro is like pretty tanky for a support or whatever role he's gonna be in,
10
but
seconds
I'm still
remaining.
guessing DK for EG right now. I
Hmm.
think it'd be a really good pickup.
5
it's
Yeah.
possible. But
seconds
it's also a
remaining.
bad matchup middle against Brewmaster. I mean, you're gonna farm, but Brewmaster is gonna get more, or should get
Reserve
more, I
time.
would say. So we'll see. But it's interesting to see EG's draft because I haven't seen him play this before. Yeah,
And it's the
and there's a
Dragonite.
Dragonite. So you were right. This is gonna be like
DK's turn
pretty much
to
all in
pick.
push strat, but this is like I don't understand why they wouldn't ban the Panda. Panda is a perfect hero against EG's lineup.
Instead, they banned Kunkka and Rubik. Rubik makes sense. It's a support that works really well with Ench, but there was also Bane and Shadow Demon who are pretty good
Yeah.
there too.
Is Mushi not drafting through him anymore?
Mm,
He's just chilling.
it's been Lanham, I believe.
Has it? Oh.
Yeah. They tend to talk a lot when they're drafting, so I'm not sure how much different it is, but
I mean, it comes down to the pressure, like
Yeah.
the
5
person that's
seconds
drafting.
remaining.
I would say just my personal opinion from what I've seen of DK is that Lanham is the most solid drafter.
Reserve
Burning
time.
tends to be a little predictable in his drafts, and I feel like Mushi takes a bit longer to adjust to the new patches, but again, that's only just based on who's in the drafter seat. Who knows what's going on in the team's conversations.
So I think they'll pick a supporter next for DK. Something like a Rasta or a Lion, whatever MMI likes to play really. He
I
plays
mean, a
pretty
Shadow
good
Shaman, would
supports.
you think it really do much? I mean, they need more anti-push. A
It's-
spam hero.
It's okay. I guess
Disruptor.
Disruptor actually. That's
Oh.
pretty interesting because it doesn't offer them any way to clear waves, which is something which they might need, but it gives them really strong team fight.
And good initiation as well. I mean, Panda coming in, jumping in, dooming another, and Disruptor following up.
He's also pretty good if you tend to clump, and when this team's pushing, I guess they can send mostly summons in. Even Dragonite can be ranged, so
5 seconds
it's going to be hard to go
remaining.
high ground against Disruptor Panda, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
the outer towers are going to fall quickly
Reserve
here if EG
time.
plays it right.
I actually could have seen them even pick up something like a Coddle, even though Ench Coddle is not very good together. It could have been pretty decent as well, in my opinion. But this is an interesting pick. It's not the one I would have thought they would pick, so it surprised me there at least.
And as for DK, they are looking for probably Burning's hero. Although he did play the Brewmaster. He actually
Yeah.
played the Brewmaster mid, so maybe we'll see that again.
He plays a good Brewmaster. He really does.
Yeah,
I'm
his
just
micro is quite impressive.
Just trying to figure out EG's last hero now.
Yeah, it really it comes down to the question of how the Veno and the Jakiro are going to be played.
What do you think here, Fly?
Well, they're not going to get a jungler because I don't think they play Chen. Enigma's out. That pretty much... It depends a lot if one of those two supporters are the farming ones
Is
or
it
not.
DK's
Possible
turn
they
to
go
ban.
for like the Void, who would combo pretty well with Jakiro, Venomancer. They could run the Prophet safe lane even.
I don't think it's.
I don't
gonna
think
work.
it's going to be a Void. I
Fury.
think it'll make them pretty weak. I mean,
'Cause
maybe
they have
they can get
Arteezy,
another
Universe
strip
is
hero.
here already.
It's
Who else
actually-
is left? There, if
10 seconds
so, you guys still think
remaining.
farming Veno based on this?
I actually
Yeah, I
have no
said-
idea.
I still
Okay.
think so.
5 seconds
I think it would be
remaining.
farming Veno over Jakiro, but
yeah.
I don't know. I actually have no idea what their last tier is
Reserve
going to be.
time.
Because I haven't seen him play this before. It could be a Luna. That's, I mean, pretty normal.
Yeah, Luna could happen too, and then Veno would go to support.
And that would kind of be a nice safe pick. You're up against Doom,
Yeah.
a lot of team fight and single target lockdown, so you get a Luna. It's another BKB carry, which is nice to have against Disruptor as well, and Brewmaster.
They banned the Pugna, so they're afraid of the all-in push. So they're expecting them to pick like the farmer as the last one. So
like a Luna type of
yeah,
hero.
Luna is pretty normal. Actually, Podum, this is one of the only games Podum was neither picked nor banned so far.
Yeah, I was even surprised she wasn't considered even earlier than that, but it'll be a Banon?
Oh boy.
Well then,
Little
I didn't see that one coming.
No.
little God Black Dota.
Go Black Dota.
Now
And that goes to the farming Veno it is.
I guess. Could it be a farming Abaddon? I guess not.
No.
That would have been funny though.
Alliance,
I would have liked
Alliance
to see
did
it.
that. They've done the farming Abaddon.
Loda played it, right?
Played it, yeah.
Seen it.
I guess it's a farming Veno then. Must be.
And for DK, what are we gonna see now?
They need a Mushi here, I suppose. So could be the Ursa. I mean, it's so in this type of game, but it gives him the Roche, which is the biggest thing. I'm not sure what else Mushi played. Okay, Ember Spirit.
What?
It's good deep push.
It's Burning Hero. No. Burning's playing the Brewmaster.
Yeah, no, it's a Mushi here. I think it's pretty decent. It's good against Furion to kill him. I mean, once Ember hits 3 and Disruptor can be 1 or 2, it's a pretty easy kill on the Furion offlane.
And if they get that kill, they have the Enchantress. They can start taking towers right away.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it because he doesn't have to go in. He has 2 heroes that can go in for him for the Ember Spirit. There's the Brewmaster and the Doom, which just go in front. And meanwhile, the Ember is just going to be using the side of Fist and just, yeah, doing good damage in deep push. So if this drags on, I don't see how DK can lose this, especially with Doom. Doom, broken hero, slightly.
It's pretty broken, dude.
Yeah, so
You just doing the Abaddon. GG.
we'll see
Yeah,
how it goes.
that's the other thing is you pick the Abaddon, and yeah, he's a support, but generally, but you doom him and he's just an easy kill. Whereas normally his biggest strength is you can't focus him.
Yeah, so I think EG is just gonna try to pretty much go as 5-man and take down the towers early on, while Doom is still weak. And DK does not have the best deep push until Ember has more items.
Is there any chance that EG goes aggressive tri-lane here, do you guys think?
I don't think against an Ench it's a good idea. Their supporters are pretty weak against Ench because Abaddon doesn't really do anything, and neither does Jakiro. He's a bit tanky, I suppose, but
he doesn't really deal with the creeps that well.
No,
like
they
a
generally
creep
do.
can win the tri-lane for them.
And Furions are pretty good offlaner, as it is.
Yeah, and Furion against Doom is not something you want anyways, 1v1, because it gives the Doom too much space.
I'm sure Ice would like that. Well, guys, we're now underway with the grand finals of the summit, our first ever live event here at BTS. And well, that being said, it's EG versus DK, best of 5. Winner walks away with a whole lot of money, and well, they're gonna start with some warding here for EG.
This
Oh
is
wow,
pretty
what
important.
a outplay right there. They saw him eat down the tree, so he believes this, the word is up there. But
Mind games.
mind games.
No, this
by
is pretty
PPD.
good because their level 1 is better for EG. They have DK has an Ench and Doom and whatnot, which is like so-so. So
they
he
got
actually.
it. Is it just out of
Oh,
frame?
are you kidding me? Okay, that's pretty big.
PPD.
That's a big thing actually,
Oh my god.
because if they have to spend 2 for this one, it's already a big loss for them.
The battle begins.
So pretty big mind games from EG. I like
Wow.
it.
PPD Dota.
Well, that's the way you want to start things off against DK, is not let them get comfortable in the woods, because we know Lanham will be looking for those early rotations.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, good start for them. So standard lanes, I believe. It's a trial in short. The Abaddon is gonna be sort of running around. That's the one thing I don't like about Abaddon, is that his movement is very limited. He
And it's just
doesn't really-
underwhelming.
Yeah, he doesn't kill someone. He might be there to save you, but it could be a dual lane, which is rather interesting.
The one thing he does offer you is when he's paired. We normally see teams try to pair him with like a hero like a Weaver, someone who can chase and do a lot of damage on its own if it has the extra HP and just survivability from the Abaddon.
Yeah.
But they don't really have that. They have Veno Jakiro.
Actually, I actually really like what EG is doing here with the dual lanes on top. So meaning Universe can actually get his farms and get his levels with the Avernus protecting him. And
Well,
then
this will be annoying. Ice already has some frost armor.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very difficult to zone out.
You see what Lanham is doing. He pretty much immediately went to the enemy forest. So this is, I really like this for him because top lane is gonna be okay. They shouldn't die to that lane. The Ember Spirit should be okay. He's gonna get decent farm, but he can actually create a lot of space for Doom, and that's what the Doom really needs. Because if Doom has a good start, then he's gonna snowball really hard.
Well, let's see if he gets the good start. So far, Does have 2 CS, and he's been mostly around experience range. Ice, just hitting level 2 now. Our Enchantress, where is she at? Hanging out near mid, bringing a Centaur along, and
It's
now an
potential
Alpha.
kills middle.
Yeah, she's gonna
Also.
The
actually
lane's
try.
pushing.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
this could be bad.
this could be pretty scary for him.
And they've got the Alpha Wolf as well, so they'll actually right-click RTZ quite hard, but he's scared.
Yeah,
He's playing back.
but just by being in the enemy force, it's already creating pressure for middle. Okay, he's stepping pretty far out now.
Yeah,
He feels this could be scary for him though.
And it seems like Lanham's debating, where do I want to go?
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the next creep spawn, actually.
Oh, DD.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower
He's gonna
is
lose a
under
lot of
attack.
XP middle when he went for that rune, but it might get him a kill later.
Well, Lanham setting up. He's near Zai, bottom lane. Do they have the Doom in position? Doom's to the right.
Centaur's about to
They'll
die
wrap
too.
around now. They need to get
Oh.
the stomp off quickly. Oh, it will be there in time. Oh, it
Just died.
despawns at just the wrong moment. I don't know if it would have been able to get it off, but it would have been very close.
Yeah, so far Ench's movement hasn't been successful, but
Meanwhile,
it's still
top
early.
lane. Well, we have an engagement here. Mushi walking up. Just fighting over creeps.
No, the Avernus Shield doesn't actually remove the Thunderstrike either.
Yeah, it looks okay so far. Mushi bought a bottle. I think it's pretty good.
I think Lanham's next objective is he's probably gonna try to gank mid whatever creep he's gonna pick up in the jungle.
Oh, that's not a optimal creep.
But I
for
mean, he
you.
can harass him out of the lane.
Yeah,
I
he's gonna
guess.
harass him, but
Actually,
Arteezy's
so
doing
far,
okay.
Arteezy's doing really well, though. He's 14-1, even with the Enchantress in his woods. And like you mentioned, it gets in your head a bit, and he's still farming really well.
Yeah, Arteezy's been definitely playing well. I think Brewmaster should have the edge, but right now it's pretty close.
They might make that dive
Oh.
right now. They're going to start it off with a Tornado. And actually, Arteezy's been baited in a bit. There's your crit. The right clicks are coming with the Tornado, so this might be enough for a first blood, but dropping low as well as burning, and he's forced to retreat. He bad enough to get the kill, and Aphotic Shield barely keeping Arteezy alive. The Tornado almost did him in. He runs by the Wildkin.
That was really manly from Burning. He could have turned in Fire Breath. It might have, it could have been a kill, or he could have died. So either way, he
It was
gets
good
out
play.
hard.
Oh, this is trouble. This is that Prophet easy kill that you were talking about, Fly, and well, he gets caught now. This is going to be our first
There's no
blood.
way out of this
It goes to DK, and not the start EG was hoping for.
Them realizing Avernus actually TP mid, they decided to actually play aggressive on him, so it was a good play by them.
Yeah, they immediately
And
knew he was gone.
And I guess that's where Universe needs to play back, knowing he doesn't have the Prophet there.
Yeah, it's actually interesting that who's playing it? Sorry, Mushi didn't go for 1 in Sleight of Fist. He went 2 in the first spell and 3 in the shield.
I believe it's because Sleight of Fist got nerfed heavily, didn't it?
Yeah, but
Normally
I mean,
you see
this-
1 point to set up the chains.
Yeah, exactly. But the first spell did get nerfed, so he wants to get it up. But I do agree that you should play on the shield with the new change. That you should play on the third spell rather than the first and second.
The shield's the one spell that did not get nerfed.
Exactly.
It stayed the same. And also level 1 of the shield is just awful. It blocks 50 damage, so you have to level it up if you want to get it.
Yeah, I think he's doing a
It
pretty
helps
good
out
build.
with farming too.
Yep, it does.
Well, despite the first blood, EG's still looking okay here. The Enchantress she's actually moved back to her own jungle now, and they're going to abandon that offlane after the first blood.
Yeah, Universe went to the forest, and oh, that might be a go on bottom.
Oh, Gale's going to connect on Ice. Mason's chasing him. The wards get dropped. This might be enough poison him. Not quite. That ice armor helping to keep him alive, and now Mason takes some pot shots for his trouble.
Interesting build from Mason as well. He doesn't go for maxing the words. Instead, he gets 2 in the Gale and 2 in the Sting. It's better to zone out the Doom Whiff, that's for sure.
I believe
It's
he's
going
gonna
to
go
slow
for
down their
Midas.
push, but I guess they have so much other push as it is. Do you really need the wards max first? Maybe not.
Well,
It's
He'll get his Midas, he'll get his levels.
yeah, I
be able
think
to
I
max
think
it
it's
out.
okay as a farming Venom.
You think he'll go Midas on the Venom?
He generally does. Or
What's the reason behind that? Just to get your level 2 ult? Or
mainly levels and extra gold. He treats it's like any other carry he plays it as.
okay.
Yeah, Trixie does the same thing. If he has complete free farm, he would do the same thing.
Well, if that happens, then we're going to see DK getting some good trades elsewhere. Mushi, 30 CS so far, and the Brewmaster for Burning, holding his own mid. Not winning, which maybe he should be, but still getting plenty of farm in his own right. And both teams just sitting back. DK mainly just waiting for their level 6s and the right push to engage. And here they go. They've got a catapult. This tier 1's in trouble.
Yeah, it's pretty scary for anyone to show up. Although Mushi just used his shield, so
There's still so many Enchantress creeps here, and they've got the trap as well.
yeah. Meanwhile, they're
bottom's
pushing
gonna
bottom.
So it will be a tower trade attempted, and they'll bring in the Nature's Prophet here, but he insta-dooms Universe. There's not enough follow-up for this, though. He's just gonna... Well, will he go down? One more right-click secures the kill, and Doom has also been wasted.
Radiant's courier.
Radiant Courier will fall in the
died.
meantime.
Wonder where that died.
Well, there's still some action over in the Ancients, it looks like. The chase is on as the Ember Spirit's right. Mushi's going in. Burning wants to get off that ultimate. Does get Dragon Tailed immediately. Zai isolated. Goes for a TP out. Will he make it on time? Not going to happen. They lose quite a few.
That's
And,
actually
what happened
really
with the Radiant
big.
Courier?
That's actually really big. Arteezy was actually using it to bottle Crow. As soon as it was coming back, Burning popped off his DD and killed it in the river.
Oh, he just got that one right click is enough.
And he had it was probably like the proc hit,
The crit, yeah.
as well.
The guaranteed crit.
This is pretty big for DK. They save their own tower, and they get the top tower. They get a courier, and they only traded a Doom, and they still got a...
And they got a counter
out of
kill
it.
on a support.
Exactly. So this is looking pretty good for DK so far, because I think EG has to excel like pretty much within the next 10 minutes.
What's the game plan if you're EG? Is it just start pushing as soon as possible?
It is, but the problem is it's really hard to fight against Panda ulti.
So
It
they have
really
to
is.
they have to bait it out
Yeah.
somehow
They have
and
to
then go.
Yeah, they have to wait for the user. Oh, they're gonna go in middle.
Well, they're gonna make a go here on Arteezy, and
Oh.
the clap actually misses, but they'll just throw out the pan ult anyway, and Arteezy gets beaten down in the middle lane.
Yeah. If he didn't miss the clap, that would have been a kill without the ulti, I believe.
Oh, there's a Cyclone here. They can dispel this. Use another Boulder Toss, perhaps. The Fire Panda coming in. The Dispel comes out, and Zai will tank that next stun. That's going to be the death of the Twin-Headed Dragon, it feels. Indeed, he will fall. Lanham getting both kills, and a Tier 1 probably the prize as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big swing for DK.
You can't have this happening if you're EG right now. But that's the whole Doom Panda thing going on. It's really, really hard to take a fight against them.
Especially in the early game. I
Yeah,
mean,
you need BKBs, and even then, it's very hard.
I mean, EG's lineup was a push-oriented lineup, and they still haven't gotten their safe lane tier 1 down. I think that was really important and crucial for what EG's lineup.
They
is
also
supposed
have
to do.
not kept the Doom down. Doom's level 7. He's on his way to a Midas. Yeah, his farm isn't the best, but, I mean, Doom will catch up.
It's
Yeah.
good enough.
It's
It's definitely
perfectly
good.
fine for Doom offlane. It really is.
Yeah.
They're
And it's-
gonna try to pressure mid while the Brewmaster ulti is down. It's pretty much what they have to do. Because if they wait, they're just gonna lose this eventually.
Well, Burning does have an invis. Not much mana on him, and no ult, as you mentioned. But he might just wait for the tower deny. The Disruptor in position, no ultimate yet. Could potentially glimpse somebody back. They'll feint an Ursa Clap here. But EG just persistent after this tower. Twin-Headed Dragon going to come back in. I believe he's gone for Liquid Fire Max, yeah. So they do push very fast, and they're starting that first push now. It's the Tier 1 mid. It goes down for free. It goes to the Jakiro, and then MMY gets caught as well. They'll give up a kill and a tower. No trade in sight for DK.
Yeah.
And this is what I was mentioning earlier. It's just like, I don't know what DK can really do to stop these counter pushes once their ultimates are on cooldown.
Yeah,
And they
plus
didn't even need Veno's contribution there either.
they needed an Ember. That's pretty much their only way to stop it. But yeah, that MMY went for the deny and costed his life, unfortunately. If he got the deny, I would have said it would probably be worth it. But in that case, it's not worth it, and they're immediately going to go bottom. Brewmaster ulti is almost up. I believe
buy
he
his
should
blink?
have his blink.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, he has his blink. So if they manage to actually delay this for 10 more seconds,
Which they can.
yeah, and I think it's just going to go in because he's going to have it up. They're not going to kill him in time.
Yeah, the other thing that they didn't have for that is the Disruptor ultimate. I think with that, does he have a point in kinetic field yet? Yeah, he does.
He does.
So at that point, that's another hero that can help. Yeah, he doesn't clear the waves, but he makes it scary for you to group up under the tower.
Yeah,
Burning did not show his blink dagger yet. He's still hiding in the fog.
I think EG knows he has his ulti up. Meanwhile, just Mushi is farming top lane. He's not caring about anything, which is pretty good. So
And if it goes on like this, you're trading Doom and Ember Farm for Dragon Knight and Veno, which is
yeah,
not the best.
yeah.
There's smoke.
They smoke. They must have the 6 on silence. I mean, on Disruptor, I believe.
Midas finished off on Doom now, and Courier's gonna deliver it to him.
Yeah, he has the 6 on Disruptor. They have all their ultis. They can pretty much take the fight rather easy, I would say.
Oh, and if this would be perfect for DK. If they take the fight here, it's right near the Tier 1 bottom. They can roll up the safe lane and just restrict EG's access to the jungle. Are they going to find that jump? They're waiting in the woods. PPD, going to poke his head out. Not fully. He's level 6, but they back off just enough. Looks like they're not going to go in the end.
They see Lanham.
It's
Are
good
they
awa-
trying to bait Lanham?
It's really
No,
good awareness
they're
by
just
EG.
retreating.
Really good awareness by EG.
That was good. That was a lot of wasted time for DK, even though Mushi's just free farming top lane still. And now it seems like they're going to push. DK TP'd bottom. We'll see. I think DK will take the fight though. I think with Mushi TPing in, they will win the fight with Panda ulti. But we'll see.
EG do have Dragon Tail, but I don't think they have enough burst to kill the Panda before he gets off his ult, even if they manage to stun him.
They don't have enough disables to keep the Panda down.
Yeah. So Mushi TP's in, and here we go.
Well, maybe EG just trying to bait out a rotation,
Should
but the
just do
Panda's
the
coming in. He's going to clap. He finds Arteezy immediately the split. The Cyclone should follow momentarily, and now the Ember comes slashing through. Arteezy gets caught out. And now they'll deal with the Abaddon, throw him up in the air, try to bring down Universe. Universe dropping pretty low here. He pops the ultimate before going down. The Doom went onto Mason, but he's still at relatively high HP. Arteezy got caught by the Ice Path, and it looks like, no, not dead yet. One more right click would bring him down. He's still alive. Manages to survive. He's actually living through this. They drop the shield again. They still can't kill Arteezy. They still can't do it. Over comes Mushi. He wants to kill as well. This Dragon Knight just isn't dying. It's all coming apart for DK.
Holy.
They lose 3. They get nothing.
Wow.
How did he live?
That was all Abaddon. That was all Abaddon. They should have doomed the Abaddon. Oh my god. He kept them all alive. That was ridiculous.
The shields, the heals, and Arteezy just having an Ogre Club 3 points in the passive. He's so tanky.
That's so huge for EG.
I actually thought he was going to doom the Avernus, but he doomed the Veno and he cycloned the Avernus instead.
Yeah.
But it should have been the other way around.
I think it should have been the other way around because pretty much Avernus won them the fight by keeping them alive for so long. That was pretty sick. Well played, really well played by EG.
Yeah, and pretty costly mistake by DK as well. That's a time
costly.
when they should be. That's a time when they should be ready to fight. Like they have the blink on the Panda, they have Doom ult online. Embers, I think, has his drums at this point. I'm not sure if he actually completed them. Yeah, so he's in a good position to engage, and they had Disruptor ult, but it just wasn't enough.
Yep. I mean, the Disruptor ulti was kind of wasted. That was another big thing because if he would have caught out the Abaddon with the Disruptor ulti, it would have been a different fight, I think. But really, that was really well played by EG. And I think they're just going to go push straight away because Panda ulti is down. They're all heading towards top.
And they have the mech now on Universe.
Yeah.
So they're getting to the point where even though they might not have the better team fight when Panda ults up in terms of abilities, they have the items and levels where they might be able to take it anyway.
There's the Midas
and there's no
Sun
Panda
Veno.
ult like you mentioned.
I think DK is just going to get a trade out of this. I don't know if they can fight this, but it does seem like Mushi's deeping in to start deep pushing.
Wonder what Panda's ulti is. Let's see if it's almost up. It'll be up.
It's
though.
up in 15.
It's almost up.
Actually, I guess they'll have it in time to defend, but do they want to take another team fight? That's the question.
I think they should.
The Ember, I think he just used Sleight of Fist to the tower, but nobody else is engaging just yet. And now, Arteezy in the front lines.
This is scary for DK.
Oh, they glimpse back Arteezy. This could be very bad for him. He gets caught out by Burning, clapped as well. This time they doom the Abaddon.
Wow.
They've learned from the last fight. The Ice Path connects on 3, but it doesn't matter. That Doom on the Abaddon, you see how quickly they can deal with the Dragon Knight. Now LAN, I'm trying to TP out the heal. We'll keep him live. Nice Cyclone. Mushi zipping here, there, pretty much everywhere looking for more kills. PPD low, not dead yet. He'll pop his ultimate now. He'll throw out a heal. Try to keep Zai alive for the time being. The shield about to pop, and with that, I think we'll see Zai fall here too. No, he's healed again. PPD is still keeping him alive. Just kill the damn hero. Crit. Finally, they managed to do it, but it might come at the cost of some turnaround kills. Mushi's dead. The rest are TPing out, and actually, in the end, it turns out to be a 2 for 2, and that's with the big ults from DK.
Wow. That looks so good for DK. They couldn't have asked for a better start, but then you just saw how much the Abaddon does in these team fights. He just keeps everyone alive. As soon as the Doom was out, he kept freaking Jakiro up for so long, while everyone else was doing damage. Veno was like throwing out his aids everywhere. It was pretty ridiculous.
And the longer the fight goes, the better that EG's lineup gets because of the Veno pick, especially. Like the ult starts really setting in, and it hurts.
Doom should just pick up an Aghanims, and then Abaddon will be permanently doomed throughout the whole fight.
Next level.
The other thing is they didn't really focus him. They doomed him, and they just kind of went for other heroes, thinking they would kill them in time, but they were tanky enough to wait until the Doom ran out. So next fight, maybe they need to doom him and just focus him down.
Well, it took a while to kill the DK. I mean, he has like 22 armor, 1600 HP.
Yeah.
And every time these ults are down, Jimmy, like you were saying earlier, it's hard for DK to fight. As strong as they are with them, they're very reliant on them to take the engagements.
This tower is down. This is really big for EG. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're fighting with the ults down. Doom did go for a
They're going to
mech,
continue.
which
They're
he
going to go
didn't
for
have.
the tier 3.
Oh, wow. This is all in. If they win this fight, they win the game.
Oh, they find Ice here with the Dragon Tail. The Ice Path's going to follow him up, but looks like he will be sent back by the Disruptor.
Oh, he has some time. Wow. They might even be able to chip this tower down. Liquid Fire does sick damage for the tower.
Yeah, Liquid Fire and the Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
It's very annoying to play against because it's pretty safe damage too. It's not like you're running right next to the tower to hit it.
They might just back off here.
Burning the tower over time with those two.
Yeah.
They did some good tower damage though. They didn't really lose much. They did use Dragon Form, I believe, but that's about it. They can just back off and farm. I mean, DK has a pretty hard time pushing towers themselves right now. Like, it's very hard for them to do it.
And the other thing for DK is their counter push is not really that good yet. Ember's can be once he gets the items, but all he's got is phase drums. So at that point, you're really reliant on hitting the perfect team fight combo. And I kind of feel like it's up to MMY. Like if he hits a big static storm on 2-3 heroes,
I think a Panda
could
with
take
level
the fight.
11 is going to be very important as well. It's going to be the difference maker in the fights.
and he almost has it.
Yeah.
It's like one creep.
Looks like they're gonna push her middle some, but I don't think they'll actually commit for this tower.
Just trying to get the lanes out, and with the Panda ult online, they feel more confident.
I believe if they pull another team fight like how DK did on top lane on the tier 1 on the defense, they'll be completely fine.
And it'll be easier to defend the high ground.
As long as DK gets the initiation off. But then again, if Avernus or PPD gets, what do you call it? Ugh, sorry.
Aphotic shield, borrow
Yeah.
time.
If he's in good position, then they'll be fine.
I thought you were looking for the name of something.
I was, and then I just
Yeah.
changed it.
They're gonna be pushing middle tower. The good thing
Classic.
about Veno in these type of pushing lineups is that you get to set the wards down, and it's pretty hard to take a fight. The wards do so much in the fights. They really do.
Especially with that slow they offer you now. They will glimpse one back in,
wow.
but the static storm doesn't set in time. Then an ice path comes through. That's going to connect on quite a few. And then Mason dropping his ultimate as well. Everyone's been hit by this on DK. If they don't win the fight real soon, they're going to all have to run. They're all dropping quickly to the damage over time. They haven't even killed off a single hero. The Dragon Knight's the target. Maybe they get Arteezy here, but I don't even know if they get that. At long last to fall, but there's just nothing left in the tank. 3 dead, and they got to run.
Holy moly.
And you gotta think, once Arteezy has BKB, this is a whole different story.
Dire's middle tower.
Aegis lineup was really working out.
That
And
was,
yeah,
an
he almost has his
that was
BKB.
insanely good force staff by Universe
Yeah.
there. Once
Just
he
in
got the
time.
glimpse,
If he's
yeah.
a half second later, then that he's caught in the static storm and just dies right away.
And the fight would have been completely different.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Really, really well played by EG. They're definitely being very impressive.
Well, they will try to get Mason on the retreat out, but Abaddon's here to be a pain in the rear. Glimpsing back Universe, but he doesn't really go very far. Mushi zipping back and forth through the fight, trying to isolate one, but he's just too squishy. Throws a Remnant, he'll zip back to it and make his retreat. Looks like he'll escape in the end, but they get nothing aside from that Dragon Knight. Lose another tier 2. They're out of outer towers to give up.
And Veno's going to pick up his Zags and 1,000 more gold.
That ult did so much damage, and it's the fights aren't ending quickly, and that's really bad for DK.
And that's very beneficial for EG because of the Veno ultimate.
Yeah, the
What-
Veno ulti and Jakiro, and it's just so much random damage everywhere. Like, it's pretty much AIDS strat, almost. You can call it.
What do you think DK should be doing now? Obviously, they're struggling to take the direct clashes. Do they go for smoke ganks? Do they try and sneak a Roche? Like, what's their play
I
here?
think they're just going to have to continue with the same initiation and hope for the best.
And hope basically like they actually catch someone in the static
I mean,
storm.
to a point, these are very minor little misplays where Doom was gone off on the Avernus and Burning used his Cyclone on the Avernus still, and he could have targeted another hero instead. And I think it would have been a bit different because, you know, you're already taking one hero out of the fight, and the fight would have immediately been 3v5 rather than just a 5v4.
I think they have to try and delay as much as they can. I mean, once Ember has his Battle Fury, their deep push gets better. I think what EG has to do is pretty much get the Roche. They can do it with Veno wards, and I don't think DK can win a fight right now. So
Actually, yeah, with BKB being picked up on DK now, I'm not sure how DK can take down the DK.
yeah,
Yeah,
Well
they
played,
can't. They can't blow a Doom on him anyway. So
Well, if they can, then Panda has to throw up the Avernus, but you're not going to burst them quickly enough.
the thing is they have to kill so many targets. They have to kill Veno, they have to kill DK, they have to kill Jakiro, they have to Doom, the Abaddon. Everyone does some annoying type of damage, and they're all pretty damn tanky.
and DK doesn't have burst damage yet. If the Ember gets farmed, I think that's where they can just burst heroes. But does he have anything right now?
It's going Deso and Furion too.
It could be the BKB, but it could also be Deso. I mean, they don't really lack damage. If they just survive the fight, I think they win on EG side.
Maybe more deeps on the tier 3s.
Yeah, who knows?
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Roshan is still up for both sides. I'm not sure. Maybe DK can take that to get their advantage back up, get their levels.
Their Roche potential is so-so. I mean, with Doom, you're always gonna have Roche potential, but they can't really do it safely because, yeah, they have trees to scout from EG. They have the Veno wards, and they're gonna lose the fight there, I feel.
And they have a lot of heroes that can just run into the pit and not really be scared.
Veno just finished his Agnums now too.
Yeah.
Dragon Knight probably being the main one.
Yeah. I think they need BKBs on DK. I mean, at least Doom does. Else he can't really go in.
Well, Ember's going to get the Battle Fury first, and I mean, it's his job to provide the sustained damage in the fight, so Doom, maybe Panda goes for one, although I think he's just going straight Ags.
What, Doom?
Oh, no, the Panda.
Oh, the Panda. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like,
almost
he could
has
go
it.
back for a BKB if he feels he needs it, but they don't actually have that much lockdown for him. He's been getting his ults off, it's just they haven't been doing enough.
Yeah,
Don't
they're
you
going
think
straight top right
The
now.
farther the game goes, DK has an advantage, or is it more beneficial for EG, or is it just the same?
I think DK should have an advantage if this goes late game, double Doom. Yeah, pretty hard to deal with. but-
Ember with double Battle Fury, Daedalus.
Yeah, but
Something like that.
Mushi doesn't have his Battle Fury yet, and that's a pretty big thing. Like, EG knows that, and they're trying to commit right now. He's still quite far from it. So,
They're trying to-
yeah.
Yeah, he's quite far. They're actually, it looked like they wanted to cut the wave. Ice was trying to, but didn't grab it, and now they'll have an army of creeps descending on this tower. Where's the counter push from DK? It starts with an Ember Sleight of Fist, but it's just very underwhelming.
I like this from EG. They know they have to go right now. This is their time.
They're going to go in on LAN to start off the fight. The Ice Path connects onto Macropyre over the top. Then the Kinetic Field gets dropped. The Penult's deployed within this. They'll Cyclone up one, trying to isolate him, and then the Veno the first to fall, but he's already gotten off most of his spells here. They're looking for more. Arteezy will be the second one down. And that's a 2-for-0, actually 2-for-1 exchange. They want Zai too. I think they'll find him. PPD. They could all drop here. Mushi's just running back and forth. Nobody dying just yet, but Universe, it could be a team wipe. It looks like it will be. DK holding strong on the high ground.
shit.
It's a 5-man beatdown, and they didn't even lose their racks.
That was some really great focus firing by DK and positioning by them. Veno couldn't get his ultimate. He got his ultimate off on like maybe 2 heroes. It was probably the Ember and the Panda, which he already used Split Earth anyways. The other 3 didn't even get caught by it, but wow.
I actually thought that fight was going to go well for them. They got a nice Dragon Tail, 2-hero Ice Path to follow it up, but DK just took the fight anyway.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's really hard to fight against Panda still.
Can you
And he has the Ganims for that fight. He had it.
Yeah, that made a big difference, actually.
It really did. That was
Straight to Roche now, is that the plan?
That might have been the biggest window of opportunity EG had, though. It's really scary when you run these push lineups, and one time you get team wiped in the base, you can easily lose the game. But I hope they don't really give up after this. I think they're going straight away already.
And the thing is, for DK, they have the opposite kind of draft. They can make mistakes and still come back.
Yeah, they can afford making mistakes, but right now they can't. At this point,
EG
they
knows
can't.
Doom and
Yeah.
Panda ulti is down,
Yeah.
so I think it should have 30-second cooldown on both of them. Yeah.
I think they'll go straight towards top. They will let the creeps die middle and then just go straight away top, but we'll see. He does have his Battle Fury now, which kind of does a big thing for the deep pushing.
Well, Mushi just trying to slash at the sides and be a thorn in EG's zone. Are they going to move towards the top lane? They will.
Yeah,
They'll drop
they
an
will.
Observer Ward. But Burning's moving to meet them. He's mirroring their position so far.
How long gonna Panda ulti? That's the biggest thing.
It's going to be up in 10
It-
seconds.
it
4
is
seconds.
up.
They're
So
going to
they
have
were
it. This
gonna
is
take
trouble. The Panda blinks in. Burning, no clap just yet, but they're not going to burst him. He can pop it when he needs to. Mushi will fall to start the fight. If he can buy back, he most certainly should. BKB thrown out by the Dragonite and the Doom, but they'll just go ahead and Doom Arteezy. Now he's on the run. The Panda's doing way too much work. Mushi with the buyback. It's 3 heroes dead. It's going to be 4. It's an ultra kill for Mushi. Well worth the buyback. It's probably 5. PPD not even bothering to move. He's accepted
Oh
his
my
fight, and they
God.
just GG. 9 kills in a row. Rampage
Rampage
for
by
Mushi.
Mushi.
It's one for the highlight reels, and DK take game 1 on the back of 2 team wipes in a row. Wow.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, like all those like mistakes early game, they didn't know who to focus fire, whether to doom the Avernus, doom the DK, or doom the Veno. And after all those mistakes, they realized what they needed to do. They doomed the DK, threw up the Avernus, and they focused one down.
They fixed it during the game. Like, you'll see almost every team after the game, they'll realize their mistakes, but they fixed it instantly, like for the next
Yeah.
team fight. That one was still not a great trade because of the item advantage EG had, but man, quick adaptations from DK, and all of a sudden they're 2 wins away from taking home the grand finals.
That was pretty sick, I think.
Oh, hey, Korak.
Korak, Bulba, wanna share some thoughts about the game?
Boba thoughts?
Hi.
Hello. Sam, what do you think? Tell me.
It's a pretty entertaining game.
No?
Yeah.
Who do you think was gonna win?
That lineup actually, I like DG's lineup quite a bit.
You
But
did.
yeah, but they had to hit a specific timing push, or else they're just gonna lose to the AOE. What's up?
Poppy has something to say, I guess.
I really liked DK's draft. they were getting pretty much all in pushed, and they played the team fights really nicely. And I'm surprised they were actually able to kill people with an Avernus on the other team.
No,
But PPD did play so well though in that game.
He did. He really, his positioning was really good. It's at least the first fight that was pretty sick. But like I said, Doom Panda is really hard to fight. You
Yeah.
need BKBs, and then still you're gonna get doomed. So who cares? And then Panda just
Also, that
disrupts the whole
disruptor
fight.
ulti as well was really big in the last
Yeah,
fight.
it was.
Is this like a banned Doom game? Do you walk away from this like you just have to ban the hero?
I mean, I think that was the EG's lineup versus the Doom. What the fuck?
Nice.
What you doing, dude?
It doesn't show. You have to. He has to go to the other side. They're gonna discuss further ways of picking Doom. Who will we Doom next?
Yeah, to be fair, Ice did say yesterday he thinks the hero's totally broken as well.
You know,
Yeah.
but I assume that was EG strat versus the Doom. It's like some push strat with the DK, and DK is actually one of the better carries versus Doom. So, but it's a Doom.
But
so.
in the end, you get doomed.
It goes
Yeah,
it goes both ways though. I mean, like if you doom the DK, then
Then you're doomed.
you're
Yeah,
doomed.
You're doomed.
So there's like no way out. Basically, you're doomed.
You are doomed.
You are doomed.
No thoughts, Jimmy? You're looking good.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we've got Game 2 in the best of 5 coming up. There's no winner's bracket advantage aside from getting to rest and watch the Lure bracket finals here today. So stay tuned. More action from the Summit Grand Finals coming back after a short commercial break. Of course, all of this powered by Twitch, supported by 100tv.com. If you are in the greater Los Angeles area, particularly the Inland Empire, the 66 Sports Bar is having a big viewing party, tons of swag from Valve, as well as 100TB. Bought some peripherals, some gaming accessories, and there's some Twitch shirts there as well. Be sure to check it out. A lot of that's being raffled off now. But with that being said, we'll be right back for game number 2. Stay tuned.